Got design clients from my WhatsApp with just these 3 content types that you can definitely try out today. Look, I didn't spam people, okay? I just posted like 3 specific type of content on my WhatsApp, and clients start showing up in my inbox like, hey, I saw your status, can you design for me? That's it. It sounds simple, right? That's because it is, but only if you are doing it the right way. I am Deborah, your design bestie, and in this video I'm going to break down exactly what I did, the content types that worked, and what to avoid if you want people to actually pay you, not just hype you. Let me first clear the air. WhatsApp is not where you come and dump random designs with what do you think and expect miracles. This thing is actually a business tool, not your design portfolio trash can. Let me break down some of the things I see designers do that is just wrong. First, you are posting random designs with no explanation. So you just drop one flyer with 4 fonts, then you ask, what do you think? There's no context, no goal, no insight. Who is the design for? Why did you design it that way? If your content doesn't really have an explanation behind it, it gets ignored. It's not that people hate your work, they just don't get it. 2, you are flooding your status with logos nobody asked for. We get it, you know how to design logos, but 7 logos in one day, I mean, that's too much. And there's no story, no mock-ups, no industry focus, just raw JPEGs flying left and right like NEPA wire. It's not really about quantity. One well-explained, well-positioned design will go further than 10 random ones. And another thing that I see designers do is they are always over-posting motivational quotes daily when you are not a life coach. Look, I love God's timing is the best, but if every single status is deep quote and you posted 0 content about your services in 3 weeks, what are we really doing here? Your audience might be inspired, yes, but inspired to hire you, not likely. Another thing is posting 10 times a day but not saying anything valuable. If all your posts are soft work loading, remove, and screenshots of other people's work, and there's nothing telling me what you do and why you are worth paying for, the algorithm might not punish you because, well, it's your WhatsApp status. But people will mute you if you are posting too much, and that's worse. You don't want people to mute or even text and block you. You don't want that. Here's the truth. WhatsApp is not your dumping ground. It's not just to show off. It's not to fill space because you are scared to be quiet. It's for showing up strategically with content that makes people remember what you do. Trust that you know your stuff and believe that you can help them. If your status isn't making somebody say, I need this person, no, then we need to fix it. And that's exactly what you are doing in this video. Here are 3 content types I posted consistently that got me actual paying clients from WhatsApp without chasing them. The first one is authority and expertise content. This is the kind of content that makes people pause and think, this girl knows what she's doing. You are not shouting, hire me everywhere. No, you are just showing quietly and consistently that you know your onions. Let me break down the types of posts I share that help me stand out under this type of content. Examples are like quick, relatable branding tips, because I'm a brand designer. So if you're a website designer, you can pick a topic that is related to that in line of authority and expertise. You don't need to be deep, just make it clear, relevant, helpful, and short. I say things like, if your logo disappears when it's small, it's not a logo, it's a decoration. Using more than 3 fonts in your design is not creativity, it's confusion. If you have low engagement, it might not be your village people, it's probably your poor layout, tiny text, and dull colors. Also, I try to explain design terms in plain English. No jargons, no tension or big grammar, just relatable explanations. Things like, what is a mood board? A graphics designer would understand what I mean, but a client, it might just sound like jargon. So I'll say things like, what is a mood board? Think of it like a Pinterest style vibe check. It helps you to know your brand direction before you even touch the font or colors. Now that is relatable. What is visual hierarchy? Is how your eyes knows what to look at first. Without it, everything is shouting and your message gets lost. You are teaching, but in a way that anybody and everybody can understand, both the client and non-client. That's how trust builds. Another example under this content type is I try to position myself as the go-to person for design decisions. Over time, people start seeing you just as a designer. They start seeing you as the person that they can DM for real design advice, the one who gets what works and why. And it's not just magic or overnight thing. You are just showing up with content that educates, that explains and elevates, and that's how people move from watching you to working with you. Now, those are examples under the authority and expertise content types that I use to get clients. The second type of content I post are value-based content. Now, this is you giving out free sauce, not begging for clients, but making people think, if this is what she gives for free, imagine what she does when you pay her. You're not saying you buy from me, you are saying let me help you. And trust me, that help is what sells. An example that this content type is I share helpful, bite-sized, real tips that people use immediately. I wasn't just posting graphics, I share actual advice people could apply the moment they saw it. And examples under this are 3 ways to make your Instagram graphics stand out, even if you are not a designer. Stop using rainbow colors. Here's a way to pick a better color pattern in like 5 minutes. Topics like that, they are short, they are sweet, they are relatable. There's no long theory to it. Just quick gems that make people pause and learn something. Another example under the value-based content is I try to break down small business struggles like I've been there. So instead of sounding like a professor in graphics design, I actually relate it to things my audience was facing. Like a client said her page was looking boring and she was using binge on binge on binge color. So I worked together with the clients and we added contrast, clearer fonts and visual hierarchy, and our audience started engaging more. Another example is a bakery was using Comic Sans on their cake flyers, and I showed what switching to a playful but clean front did for their look. They have the same cakes but better presentation, and that is brand perception. Now, for this example, you are not giving tips, you are also showing transformation in a simple way. I do light mini reviews or redesign demos. I find random menus, flyers, or Instagram posts with potential and I break them down. For example, I saw this restaurant menu, the food beautiful, but the fonts are fighting. It's stressful to read, and here's how I redesign it. Another example could be I did short videos showing side-by-side comparison. This is what it looked like before, here's my vision, can you see the difference? Now, this makes people feel like they were in the class but without stress, and it showed them that I knew how to turn basic into beautiful. Another thing is I also drop quick thought-provoking design nuggets. Even simple WhatsApp text can hit. Things like white space is not empty, it's breathing space. If your page looks busy, try using just one bold outline and few color. Let your design breathe. Or things like design is not about decoration, it's about communication. Now, people read those and they start to associate you with value. Like this babe always drops something that helps. Now, why does this type of content work? It works because you are not selling, you are teaching, you are helping, you are showing up. People feel like you care about them growing and not just you getting clients. And when they do need help, guess who they will remember? You, their full expert. Value-based content, they build trust without begging. It positions you as the go-to designer people feel lucky to find, not just another person doing random graphics on Canva. The third type of content I post are called offer and results content. Now, this one right here is your money post. But the thing is, most people either do too much or they don't do it at all. Either way, they are always shouting promo, like it's a clearance sale, or they are too shy to even say they are available for work. Both of it are wahala you don't want to be involved in. What you need is balance. Talk about your work like a boss and not a beggar. Under this content type, we have posts like you showing your receipts, but make it relevant. Don't just say client was happy. Show what changed because of your design. Make it result focused. Examples are like I redesigned the skincare brand Instagram layout last week and they got 12 orders in 6 days. Clean visuals equals trust equals money. You can see that that's different from the client was happy. Another example is like I helped a food vendor with a new logo and flyer, and she messaged me like I just got 5 new customers this week alone. People are loving it. When people see that your designs get real results, they stop seeing it as just design. They start seeing it as a strategy, as something worth investing in, and not just 2K design. Another example that this content is I make my offer specific and scarce. There is no vague I do graphics design. That one doesn't really convert. Tell them exactly what you're offering and who it's for. For example, you can say I'm taking 2 business owners this week for a fast 5-day flyer package. If you need clean converting designs fast, DM me. Or I've got 1 slot left this week for a full mini branding package, logo, 3 flyers, brand guides, for small business owners, let's do this, send me a DM. Or you can say something like, you are serious about giving your social media page a glow up this month and booking just 3 design clients. Let's work smart and get that result. You see, your offer is clear, time limited and targeted. People move faster and they start respecting your time. Another example, I let clients speak for me, even if it's just one line. Screenshots of clients' love goes a long way, even the simple one. If it's just one sentence the client maybe mentioned while you are starting, it's good. If the client just said, oh, this is exactly what I need, to understand the brief perfectly, screenshot it and upload it. If the client says something like, you are too good, or I don't know that my brand will look like this, or since the new flyers dropped, clients have been continually messaging me, you can screenshot that part and upload it. But don't just drop the screenshot and bounce. Add a context to it. Something like, the client said this after I did a design. Imagine what you can do with your own brand. So that's how you make social proof sell without selling. Under this content type, I also use visuals that show transformation. I think I mentioned that earlier, like before and after designs, mock-ups that elevate my work, like mock-ups of laptop, billboard, packaging, and even carousels that tell like a quick story that says something like, here's the old version, here's what I designed, here's the results. Let people see the difference you bring. That is the real source. Now, why does this type of content work? This content doesn't beg, it doesn't pressure, it's not even salesy, it's just smart. They are simply saying, here's what I do, here's what it did for someone else, and here's how you can get it too. The right people will get the message loud. If you are finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post weekly content on building a successful design business and you don't want to miss out. Let's jump back right in. I wasn't just dropping posts anyhow. There was a method to consistency. I was intentional about how everything looked and felt, because how you post matters just as much as what you post. And here's what I did differently. First, I kept it clean and not chaotic. No blurry screenshots, no cropped edges, no low quality uploads. If I'm going to show you my work, it has to look like work someone would want to pay for. If your post looks rough, people will assume your process is rough too. Harsh, but true. The second thing I do is I use mock-up to elevate the vibe. Whether it's a logo, a flyer, a brochure, any design, I always use simple mock-ups to present the work in context, because we all know that packaging sells. Even a basic flyer looks 10 times more valuable when you put it in like a real life mock-up. Think of billboard, phone screen, packaging. If you make it look premium, people will treat it like it's premium. The third thing I also did is I kept the caption short, clear, and client friendly. No long story. Need something like this, let's talk. One slot left this week, DM me to book. Helping small businesses level up their visuals this month. Are you in? Send me a DM. The goal is to make it easy for someone to say yes. I also mix content formats to keep it fresh. Some days I post clean design mock-up, images of carousels for transformation, like before and after. Other times I do like a quick video showing the before and after, or explaining my process. And if I'm in the mood, I actually share behind the scene clips too. Me sketching, choosing colors, designing in Photoshop. This wasn't just about chasing trends. It was also about showing up in a way that feels authentic and engaging without burning out, by posting different content formats to make your content interesting too. Also, I let my content breathe. I don't overload people with 10 slides of text. I focus on one clear message per post, whether it's a tip, a win, an offer, behind the scene, or whatever it is. This makes my post easier to digest and more memory. Also, I focus on consistency, not I didn't wait till I had 10 perfect designs. I showed up with what I had as long as it was good. Not every design was my best work, but people remembered me because I was present and not perfect. No pressure to have 5,000 contact views. No need to show up every second. I just make sure that when I show up, the quality was clear, the value was solid, and the vibe stayed true to me. And that's what made people start messaging me like, hey, I've been seeing your stuff, can we work together? The bottom line is, you don't need to flood your WhatsApp with content. You just need to show up well, show up wisely, and let your work speak clearly, consistently, and confidently. Then it started happening. People I hadn't spoken to in months, they started messaging me out of the blue. Can you design something for my business? I saw what you did for so and so skincare brand. Can I book you too? I didn't know you were this good. How much for your package? WhatsApp became my silent sales machine. It wasn't likes or fire emoji I was after. It was the DMs with intent. You know, the ones that start with, hi, quick question, can you do this? How much do you charge for kineko? I need help with so and so. When people start seeing consistently helpful quality content, they start seeing you differently. You are no longer just that girl on my contact list. You are the go-to design person in their mind. Another thing that started happening was that referrals started happening without me asking. People would screenshot my status to their friends. I even had one client that said, I didn't know you were doing this. I've seen your work on the friend's status. And that's the power of content that speaks for you, it travels. People started seeing my work as valuable, not just pretty. You know, the way I explained my process, I broke things down in simple English, the way I connected my designs to real business results, it helped people understand what I do and not just see it. And once they understood the value, paying for it became easier. Clients also felt like they already knew me before even messaging. They say things like, I've been watching your work for some weeks and I'm ready. That's the power of showing up with content that feels personal, educational, and professional all at once. Please, if you are using your personal WhatsApp to run your business, it's time to upgrade. Use the WhatsApp business app. It's free. It makes you look 10 times more professional, and you get features like business profiles with your logo, services, working hours, quick replies, so you're not typing the same hello, this is my price list 50 times. Also, there are like labels to organize leads, clients, and follow-up. There's a catalog to show your offers, like a mini. It's like WhatsApp, but just smarter. When clients message you, they know they are dealing with someone who means on your WhatsApp. You know that it's important to have the right contacts that view. So ensure that you are always networking, you are always getting people to save your number. If you are in a group, try messaging people and getting them to save your contacts, because it's important that your contacts get saved before they view it. It is from these few people that you get to stretch out your antennas to other people. So that aspect is also important. If it is 10 people that view your status, you never know who is secretly watching and planning to work with you. The shift didn't happen because I had thousands of contacts, where the number of contacts you have also matters. But it also happened because I also kept showing up with intention. I treated WhatsApp like a business. But there are also different ways to get high-paying clients. And if you need guide on that, check out my channel. I have different YouTube videos that include strategies for you to get clients. So make sure you check those videos out so that you are making more money. So if this helped, don't forget to share it with your friends. And if you are serious about growing your freelance business the smart way, hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more videos coming your way, and I'll see you in the next video, bestie.